was some
Welcome to the Everything Goes podcast with TAK, where sports get loud, the takes get hot, and nothing's off limits. From game day breakdowns to way too early predictions, we're bringing the energy every single episode. Buckle up, because over here, everything really does go.
If you're anywhere near Royal Palm Beach, do yourself a favor and hit up 3 Natives, their acai bowls, smoothies and wraps. Next level good, like crave it everyday good. They help keep the Everything Goes podcast fueled and flowing, so go support the spot that supports us.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Everything Goes podcast, episode 229, sponsored and fueled by 3 Natives here at Royal Palm Beach. Go check it out and see why we love it so much. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Maybe got some blended takes we're going to talk about.
No, you're doing a double pause.
What?
I'm getting ready to talk, and all of a sudden, right to a commercial.
I told you beforehand. I literally practiced it.
Oh, no, I don't know if Chris was on.
I wasn't.
Oh, he was on one. I guess. Yeah, I guess he wasn't.
No, I had to go check because like we have our mother-in-law flying. My mother-in-law, my mother-in-law's flying out here, and I wanted to check because I just saw something that says like Southwest is canceling hundreds of flights in July and September. So I was like, that's
really.
Oh,
I wonder why. How about the flooding going on in Texas? Man, isn't that's insane?
dude, Dan, is the negativity that's coming out of it. Like, it's horrible. Some of the stuff that people are saying.
Yeah.
When I was living in San Antonio, they warned us about that. The hill country's a little bit north of San Antonio.
You lived in San Antonio?
Yeah, for a couple years.
Like you born and raised in Minnesota, and then you moved to San Antonio, and then just moved back?
Yep. Shortly after college. The girl I was dating at the time was going to med school. She's from there, so it was easier for her to go to do a residency down there.
Oh, so you followed her. You were like, "This is gonna be the one."
Yeah, right. That
You
worked out.
know,
Brittany,
we need the freaking world to stop putting politics into everything. It's getting disgusting. It really is. You know, people are losing their lives down there, and they make so much political crap about it. And I'm sick and tired of it. Like let people mourn. You know, you want to talk shit a couple weeks down the road, not while they're still looking for like, was it 161 people are still missing? I don't get it.
It is crazy.
What, like 8 or 10 have died already?
Huh?
Oh, lots.
How many people have died already? A lot, right?
Over 100.
100 plus.
Dang, man, I was way off.
And like 7 and 8-year-old little girls, 9-year-old little girls that can't.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Like this guy took a video from when the water started flowing down the Guadalupe from a bridge, and he's maybe 30 some feet up high. And to see how fast in like less than 30 minutes, that water literally almost rises up to him, to the bridge. Houses, like literally a house grounded or off the ground floating.
There was no warning at all. I mean, the water was literally 36 feet high at some point.
Wow.
Like they were comparing it to like some of the trees that were bent over. Like that's my biggest fear is water.
Water's strong, man. Water is a force of nature.
You can't stop it. And that's scary. But I'm just, I'm so sick of this world anymore. People are just so nasty and ugly and just, God, Jesus needs to come back. Some people need some fun.
It's just people, man. That's why we talk sports, to get away from it.
I had to get off Twitter for that reason. Honest, or X, whatever the hell they want to call it. I can't. It's annoying.
Well, I couldn't shut it down, because if I shut it down, it shows that my wife's divorced, and then people message her, "What happened between you and Chris?" No, I went in got it off my phone. I don't even want to look at it no more.
Yeah. Well, we're approaching the MLB trade deadline. We're approaching the All-Star weekend. The Yankees released DJ LeMahieu today. The NFL is dropping some alternate uniforms. We're going to talk about is Dak Prescott got to make a case this year for MVP.
Better than Drew Brees.
Yeah, Dak Prescott is better than Drew Brees, hands down. Hands down. I'm ready for a training camp, man. I'm ready for some NFL. I'm ready for. I'm missing football right now. College football. I think it's like only. What did I see? 6 Sundays away, or Saturdays until college football is back. There's preseason this month.
Yeah, end of the month.
July 31st. 31 days in July.
You know what's sad? The summer seems like it's going by so quick.
I mean, I summer every single day here.
You know,
I need summer to go by. I mean, I walk outside and it's so thick outside. I went to the local Publix yesterday and I got out the car and I looked at my wife. I'm like, do you feel that? I mean, it was just suffocating. I'm like, I'm going inside.
You know why I love it here? Because it's 101 here now. It'll be 57 tonight. We'll get so much relief. And our 101 feels like maybe 90 with no. I love it.
Yeah, that is nice. That is nice. I'll give you that. That's nice. Hey, have you guys checked out the Quarterback Show season 3 on the Netflix by Peyton Manning and Eli Manning?
No.
It's good. It's good. I'm 2 episodes in with my wife, and she's a big Kirk Cousins fan. So you see Kirk Cousins, you see Joe Burrow and Jared Goff. And I told her, I said, you have to listen. I told her at the bat, I said, you're not gonna like Joe Burrow. You're not gonna like his personality. He's a confident, cocky guy. But I said, you gotta listen to Jared Goff's story. It's just a great story. And even Jared Goff's emotional when he's explaining like getting traded and how much like Detroit just lifted him up and poured so much value into him when everyone was like, oh, he's going to Detroit for his career to end.
I'm gonna watch that.
Good stuff, man. I enjoy watching. The Receivers last year was fun to watch. It was the Receivers last year or 2 years ago. But
I don't watch stuff. You tell us it's homework.
You don't watch what?
I don't watch any of that stuff unless you say we're going to do a podcast on it and it's homework. Then I'll focus on that.
Well, next week we'll do a podcast on episode 3. So get caught up.
Yep.
I might not even be here next week. My wife's currently having contractions, so we might be having this baby today or tomorrow. We never know.
Oh, that'd be great. Grab your GoPro when you leave so we can listen to what's going on.
Yeah.
Keep the show live.
I told her when I came in, I said, listen, you text me if you're like, hey, this is serious. I'm like, the show can end for this.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be back soon with the commercial logo.
Yeah.
No. We'll just have to. Chris and I will recap quarterbacks.
Okay. Hey, what would you offer for TJ Watt? Obviously TJ Watt's rumors are still floating around. I'm before we get into everything we're going to get into, I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, there's not a lot that I would give up for him, but man, TJ Watt, like the opportunity to get your hands on generational talent like that.
The thing is he's like 30 now, isn't he? I mean, he's still good.
I don't know.
What was Khalil?
Give up like a first, maybe a third and a fifth.
Let me see. But you got to think though. He wants an extension, so I would pay him hands down. I'd pay him
if he's going to retire.
He's 30. He's 30.
He retires wherever he goes. Yeah, whatever Khalil Mack got, didn't he get like 2 1s and something from the Bears?
Something like that. And the Watts are built different. I mean, he's 30 years old, but he's going to play for another 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would. I mean, Micah Parsons, he wants $45 million a year, which I struggle with, and he's younger. I don't know. I mean, a first, a third, and a fifth. That's what
I guess that would be my question. Would you guys give up a first round pick for TJ Watt? I mean, hands down, I would. Yeah. Obviously. I mean, what else is expected? I mean, are you giving 2 first rounds though for him if you're guaranteed 5 years with him? Are you giving away 2 first round picks?
No.
What about first and a second?
One player is not going to win you a Super Bowl.
It's debatable. Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl for the Rams.
And I feel like this. They gotta sign. He's got to re-sign with the Steelers.
Yeah.
They seem to have been rebuilding. Rodgers is there on a cheap contract. I know they lost Pickens, but kind of make up. I guess subtract that out with DK, or it's kind of a net loss there. This is what do they say is value?
Football needs to get off their high horse and get rid of the salary cap. Just let everyone have a free for all and spend as much as you want.
It'd be interesting, but also Henderson, Trey Henderson from the Bengals. He hasn't been reporting to camp too. I mean, I'd be down if the Saints want to have a reunion with him.
He's younger too.
Yeah, not by much, I think though. He's definitely getting close to 30.
Where do you draw the line with paying these guys? That's the problem too. Like, where do you draw the line? Like, the money is ridiculous, and I know everyone says they got to get their money. I understand that, but it comes a point where some of these guys are under contract. They're not showing up to camp. Go play out the fulfilledness of your freaking contract and then worry about next year. Like, whatever happened to that?
It's like, I think that like what's tough for me is like, I'm definitely that person. It's like, these guys are getting paid so much. We talked about this countless times on the podcast. We're your average Joes that are working our butts off every day. And these guys are getting millions. But NFL is like the only sport, I believe, where like not all your money is guaranteed. And so like I understand that side of it, right? Because if TJ Watt is entering his last year, there's injuries that he's dealt with. Like you definitely are looking to get some more guaranteed money to benefit your family, benefit your future. I get that.
Yeah, but the thing I don't understand, Ty, and I'll stop you there for a second, is like these guys are getting some of it guaranteed. They're getting signing bonuses and all this. If you can't live a life off of $40 million or $50 million, then that's a you problem.
Oh, no, hands down, I agree. But at the end of the day, if it's a business and I can take advantage of that business and get as much of the money I can, I'm going to go for it. But it is getting to a point though where you're seeing like right now these second round picks, hardly any of them have signed their contracts.
They all want guarantee
because they all want guarantee money, and that's where I'm like, hey, you got to prove yourself. You know what I mean? Like you haven't even played a snap in the NFL yet.
Your quarterback's one of them.
I know. I don't really care. I'm rooting for Spencer anyway. So.
But my thing is the more we pay these people, the more ticket prices go up. The more the average people have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, taking your wife and your newborn son to a game is going to cost you about $300.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. You know, and
it does need to stop.
People, it's us, the fans, that get hurt the most.
Yeah.
One thing too with like TJ Watt, you don't really, or maybe in the NFL, you don't see a lot of player swaps all that often. It's like draft pick trades.
Yeah.
Usually.
But they need a receiver.
Yeah.
If the Cowboys weren't coming to town, I mean, this is once in a lifetime. I never would have paid. What I paid for my tickets, and I'm not going to say, and that's not even including getting in there. It's almost $1,000.
Is that was that second deck too? I think I know you.
That's 45-yard line. That's by the time I pay for. I got my tickets already. By the time I pay for parking and eat, I'll be pushing almost $850, $900.
It's wild. I mean, I'm trying to go to a Saints game this year at Miami, and tickets are a lot cheaper than your game, obviously, because the Saints just aren't that good right now. But I mean, even still, like your nosebleed, you know, you're paying $80.
Yeah,
it's they have like, don't season ticket holders have to pay some stadiums like I don't know what the seat premium is, but like a premium on the seats or some basically like an added fee or something stupid.
Yeah. While we're in NFL, Dad, let me ask you a question that's been floating around. Do you think Dak Prescott, with the weapons that you guys have this year, could have a season where he could be a run in? Let me ask you this. Do you think Dak Prescott could be top 3 in MVP this year?
I honestly do. And I'm not just saying that because it's the Cowboys. I think with what they're doing with their offensive line, with the running game, I think we're going to have this year with the new offensive weapons with Pickens. You know, 2 years ago, he was an MVP runner-up. I think with the weapons now and the amount of money he's making, he better damn well be in the top 3 for the MVP.
Yeah.
I think so. And as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah. I think we've talked about it a couple times now where, you know, here's the weapons, go play your cards now. You mean, you're going to be healthy this year. You got your weapons. You got the team. You know, go show the world this is why I deserve to be here. This is why I'm getting all this money, and you know, get past that first round of the playoffs.
I think honestly, and I like your little dig there. I think this is Dak's last year if he doesn't get to the playoffs and go far in the playoffs. I think, you know, he's got $100 and something million dead cap hit this year. But I think next year, if they don't go far, I think Milton's our quarterback next year.
I just don't see Jerry getting rid of him.
You have to make a decision sooner or later. You can't go 2-5 in the playoffs and pay this guy the most money for a quarterback, and then you have another one and done year. You have to make you already fired your coach.
I think Jerry doesn't have the balls to do it though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that loyalty, whether it's balls or not, I think the loyalty sometimes gets in the way of his decision making.
Loyalty ran out on Romo.
I think the risk is there, right? To like, when I say the risk, like I think the risk is worth taking on a chance of like a Joe Milton, who you're seeing all these videos of him practicing his heart off and the long throws he can do. But I think Jerry, knowing that you're guaranteed at least a competitive season with Dak, I think it's hard for him to be like, yeah, let's just get rid of him.
You have to make a decision. Otherwise, you're just going down the same road every single year. I mean, it comes down to this. If Dak has a bad year, do you want to re-sign Pickens or do you want to freaking just ride with Dak? I let Dak walk, re-sign Pickens, and go at Milton.
Yeah, I like Milton's upside. I really do. And, you know, at some point you got to move on. And I don't know. But I do agree. I think Dak Prescott, with the numbers he puts up every year, I think with the weapons that they have this year, I mean, he could be a serious take for MVP this year, especially if they win. Yep. I spelled the word favorite wrong. I'm just looking at that now, and that's embarrassing.
Can I just show who is ahead of him in the MVP race? And like, this is crazy. And I don't think these guys are. I think Dak is more deserving than more than half these guys. Kyler Murray, Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield. That might be the only outlier.
Yeah, I would keep Baker Mayfield there, but I mean, Kyle Murray and Caleb. That's a little.
Kyler Murray. I'd keep Kyler Murray there. He's a weapon with his feet. He's got good offensive weapons there to throw to. I think, I would keep him there.
You see how jacked Marvin Harrison looks?
Yeah. But look at it, if Dak has a bad year, you have 2 number 1 receivers now.
Yeah.
There's no excuses.
I think that's so funny. There's like 10 guys ahead of him. I get that Jordan Love, maybe to some degree, CJ Stroud, Herbert, Hurts, Jalen
But I
Hurts.
guarantee if you take a picture of that now, Ace, and after week 2, you take another picture of something new, it's going to be flipped.
I like the value in Prescott. I like the value in Stafford. Well, maybe
put $100 on the Cowboys to go to the NFC Championship game right now. Everyone has them projected at 7-9.
Really?
I like them.
I think they shocked the world this year. I'm not saying Super Bowl. I just think the Cowboys are going to have a good team.
Well, I don't think it's a shock that they have a good team. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys typically are a 10-win, 11-win team as long as I can remember, you know.
It's usually injuries that kill us.
But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so obviously a lot of new alternate uniforms coming out this year. NFL says, hey, you can wear them as much as you want this year. You know, it's not just I think they were limited to like once or twice a year, something like that. But the Saints and Commanders obviously started us off the past 2 days. Here is the Commanders. A lot of rumors were coming out that they might bring back the old school Redskin uniforms and logos. Obviously didn't bring back the logo, but they brought back the color scheme. And I must say, even though
sharp,
I really wanted the logo, sharp uniforms.
You know what's sad? The Native Americans want them to go back to the freaking Redskins.
I saw after this drop, they came out again and said, like, we want it all. Like, we want to be celebrated. But, I mean, listen, man, if this is as close as we're going to get,
that's dope.
I'm down with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sharp.
They're clean, too.
Mm-hmm.
They are clean. They are clean. And I think they'll be another good – I mean, the NFC East is a great division right now. A lot of good young quarterbacks in the league right now. But, I mean, this might be one of my favorite uniforms. I know a couple weeks ago we were talking about favorite uniforms. Woo! I mean, all these different alternate uniforms that you can wear and stuff now. And then New Orleans Saints come out yesterday and they're like, hey, we're dropping a new helmet. I'm like, oh, snap. You know, so they got the black helmet, I think 3 years ago, which was the first time they dropped a new helmet in years. And then, boom, they dropped this sucker today.
That's nice.
And, like, that's clean. It's clean. If you look at the gold stripe in the middle, it has fleur-de-lis on it, too. Like, that is a clean helmet.
Dude, that'd be nice. Black uniform.
I think they're going to wear their color rush all whites with them.
Okay. I like black.
Like, on the road, like, that'd be so sick. So sick, man. I love it. I love it. I think Ace was reading it off. I think the Bucks are coming out. The Chargers are coming out. And then they're doing the rivalry week uniforms this year, too. I don't really know much about that, but I'm curious what that's going to look like. But, yeah, one more time, man. The Commanders, fire. Saints, fire.
Because they don't do anything special.
But that's how I thought about the Saints, man. The Saints were never coming up with stuff, and they're finally coming out with stuff, you know?
What was that?
We have to get rid of Jerry. He's got to go.
So over the next,
I don't know. I think Jerry does.
Over the next 4 years, the rivalries are going to release from oh God, how do I explain this? One NFC division and one AFC division will be released each year.
Okay.
Up until 2028, they'll do the rivalry jerseys. So this year it's the AFC East and the NFC West. Drew Pearson, that's a sick. Is that the Seattle? No, that's Cowboys.
Cowboys. Drew Pearson.
Yeah, my bad.
Same uniform we have today. Boring.
I mean, the white helmet you guys would occasionally wear was nice.
Yeah.
You guys could do a nice blue helmet.
Oh, but with the colors we have, we could have amazing uniforms.
White helmet, blue helmet. I mean, you could even do a red helmet if you wanted to. Red, white, and blue, baby.
Yeah. Yankees are allowed to have beards now. Jerry, go down there and change the uniforms. Let's go.
It's 4 times a year. They can wear the alternate uniforms. This year is the first time they've increased it from 3 to 4.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting. I was a huge fan when they announced, like, what, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever it was, the whole color rush vibe. I thought that was such a cool thing and such a cool, different thing for the NFL, and just the whole uniforms. I mean, man, there's just so many nice uniforms now, and I like that they're bringing back the throwbacks and like Seattle last year. You know, the Vikings doing their iced out ones. Like, there's so many cool things coming out.
They should go neon and have a black light game where the field glows, the football glows, everything glows.
What did they? I think these rollouts are much better than what the NBA has, as well as MLB's. Some of the MLB uniforms look sick and pretty cool, but I don't know how often they wear those, like City Connect
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Like I think like when the MLB comes out with cool stuff, they play 130 some games, so it's like, oh, this is cool, But NFL, like you might see that uniform once this year,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I think the NFL is just so intriguing because it's once a week.
And I think we're going overseas a lot more too now in the NFL, so they're going to let them wear like alternate jerseys.
Yeah, I think the Saints are playing in Paris this year.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, we.
VV.
All right, after this, we're going to talk about the MLB trade deadline. Ace has a vent about his Twins. I think he's ready just to sell the whole team, and we'll talk about what predictions we're going to have for the MLB divisions, because our predictions have been pretty spot on so far, but we'll see what we got. Our sponsor, 3 Natives, is serving up fresh, healthy food that actually tastes amazing. From acai bowls and smoothies to wraps and juices, they've got everything you need to fuel your day without slowing you down. Whether you're coming from the gym or heading to class or just need a clean energy boost to listen to this podcast, 3 Natives has you covered. Support local, eat fresh, and tell them Everything Goes sent you. That's 3 Natives, 1192 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard, Royal Palm Beach, Florida. All right, we are approaching the MLB trade deadline. Yankees are looking for a third base and might be looking for a pitcher because Clark Schmidt now needs Tommy John. Twins might be sellers. Will Paul Skeens be traded? Probably not. The Tigers might need somebody. They're trying to maintain that first place. But I don't know. Ace, how are we feeling about the Twins?
Well, judging by the
Turn your mic down just a little bit, Ace.
Turn
it
better.
Better.
Okay. Yeah, I was hearing the reverb in the ears too. Rumor has it Buxton might get traded. I hope that doesn't happen. Joe Ryan apparently. Oh, you guys will love this crazy rumor. So I played golf with my cousins on Monday, and one of them told me that the poor United Healthcare CEO that got gunned down apparently was rumored to be one of the buyers of the Twins ownership group. And our initial thought was, no way did he have enough money, so it was probably a group. I thought that was the strangest rumor that I'd heard, and we tried to like push back on him a little, but of course, like, poor guy passed, like, terrible incident that happened. But I just thought that was the oddest thing to hear. Twins, they got to be making some moves for starting pitchers. Pablo Lopez, the kind of the true ace of the staff, is still sidelined, should be back. He's throwing now, finally started throwing yesterday. Actually, they need to make some moves for pitchers. Need.
Do you even stay interested when you're 14 games out?
Well, dude, they're going to stay around 500. That's just how the division sort of works out. And I don't know what the wild card gap is right now. We just took 2 out of 3 to the Rays, who I think might be either if the Rays are second in the
you're
NL
4 back from the wild card.
Okay, yeah. See, we'll always.
But how frustrating is it? Another year in, another 14 games out of first place. I don't think anyone predicted the Tigers to be that far ahead, bro. Though, but I mean, we predicted them to win the division, but I don't think we predicted them to be 14 games out. Like, how frustrating is that? Like I don't think you want to sell because you're like, I want to improve at least some bit, right? Like you got these guys, and it's just frustrating. I've
come to just not give a crap about what happens behind the scenes. I think the team is exciting to watch. We got Willie Castro, who's like can play anywhere on the field. He's exciting, made a great catch, hit a home run yesterday. So I try not to get overwhelmed with that crap, because the last 2 years have just been, well, essentially until they sell the team, nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. If we're going to be 500, so be it. I'll just root for the team. I don't plan on going to the games because I hate supporting the ownership group right now. It's, I think a lot of the true diehards are boycotting, and I've noticed, I think I mentioned this last week, but they've lost year over year, like 2.5 to 3% of their fan base. Like just overall season ticket sales have decreased. And that's pretty significant because COVID, everyone took a huge spike. They haven't rebounded since that, basically.
Yeah. But like just hearing that, like that is just what angers me, where I'm like, is there nothing in place for these owners to be punished? Like, you should be investing in your team for your fans every year, but instead you get the same mediocre team year in and year out. You're trading your prospects away. You're not building a farm system. Like, there needs to be something in place where these owners are required to like put in so much money, so much work into your team and put a perfect product out there on the table to represent your city, your fan base, have the fans something like when you're losing fans, like where's the penalty to that?
Mm-hmm.
Take away their TV rights.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like start taking away sponsors or something like it's just BS. You know what I mean? Like someone needs to get a rule going where like these organizations that just show no signs of improvement year in and year out, like what's the point of being in the league?
Yeah. Well, aren't they the only major sport here that doesn't have the commissioner negotiate TV contracts for them? Like the individual teams have to negotiate their own contracts. So the likes of like the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Dodgers, they don't want to do revenue sharing. Why would they want a revenue share?
And the thing that sucks is if the team's horrible, they black the game out if it's not a sellout. So the people sitting at home can't even watch them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the Rockies, you know, we talk about Pittsburgh, like the Twins, like why like teams that you have not seen, like we've seen the Twins in the playoffs recently, but like when's the last time you saw the Rockies in the playoffs? Like when's the last time the Pirates have been to the playoffs? You know, like as a fan, like I would just be so frustrated.
But
Well,
the A's.
Yeah.
What?
The Angels and the A's.
Angels and the A's. I mean, the A's are actually showing some sign of improvement this year. They got some good young players, but again, I agree. The Angels, like, you know, you've been holding on to Mike Trout for so long. Is it time to get rid of him and start investing in some young players?
What did the A's win last year? 25 games total. I mean, they're at 38 already this year, so they improved.
Yeah, I mean, they honestly do have some young players though that are playing well.
A brand new stadium.
Where are they playing right now?
Sacramento.
Yeah.
So, Ty, my thing is in like as sort of what they call the the small market team.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of like the Pirates, where it's just like, oh, what are we going to get for Paul Skeens? What are we going to get if we trade Buxton? I hate that that's where our outlook has to be as a fan.
Yeah.
But like, there's no changing unless you. It's just tough to. Really,
I mean, think about some of the players you've traded away. I mean, the Pirates say that the Pirates have had nothing but all-stars on their team that they've traded away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, if you could have just kept some of those guys and then just built around them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine Garrett Cole and Paul Skeens. I mean, you might have gotten Paul Skeens without getting rid of Garrett Cole, but just hypothetical scenario. Imagine that pitching roster.
Yep.
Well, okay, but so I don't know I think we talked before we started. If you put a floor, that means all of us are going to have to pay more probably to go to the games anyways, though. So it's like, do you really want them to have a floor? I agree. I think teams should spend more, especially to keep. Like, who wants to see Paul Skeens leave Pittsburgh? You know what's going to happen. It's just a matter of years unless the ownership group changes.
I'm not saying there needs to be a floor where like ticket prices are going to raise and stuff. I'm just saying like these guys need to be held accountable to be like, hey, you have a fan base that actually wants to see something.
Mm-hmm.
Like what is the but also like the owners are just smiling because they know that we have loyal fans and they're going to watch every year and they're going to be like, maybe this is the year. But no, we got the same mediocre team out there and we're just going to put a big old smile out there.
I coached baseball for 20 years, and if you gave me tickets to a Rockies game, I wouldn't go. I can't even watch baseball right now. Baseball to me is so long and it's so boring. You know, make it 7-inning games or something. I think that'd be more exciting. During the COVID was the best baseball ever because, you know, this 160 plus games, it's too long. It's boring. I don't even get into the fantasy baseball because it's too long and boring.
I think I saw something today. I'm trying to find it. I think that they said they're going to be using the ABS system at the All-Star game.
Is that the pitch?
Yeah. Hey, I'll be honest. So I when I went to a single A game here, they don't use the ABS for the umpires, but they use the if the batter, I don't know how many challenges they get a game, but like the batter taps his helmet and the umpire comes out, turns around the crowd. Batter's challenging that it was a strike. And then on the big Jumbotron, like you see the ball path and he goes, the call is overturned. It's a ball. And like, it's kind of dumb, but kind of cool at the same time because it doesn't take much time. But like, I just don't ever want to take out the umpire and the human element of like, they're not calling balls and strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it, man.
Start in July to October.
Yeah.
Or just limit the games during the week.
It's just, I mean, first of all, who wants to go sit in Minnesota in April or in Colorado in April and watch a baseball game?
Or even start in May. Have like a little bit of like start spring training later. Have a longer off season.
It's too long. It's too long of a season.
Yeah. At this point, they're probably I totally am in agreement to reduce the games. People are already burned out anyways.
Yeah. And there's, like I said, there's nothing really exciting about it. But baseball has become so boring.
When I wonder what's because it's very, very likely that not this year, but I think it's December 2026, the CBA runs out. So they're for sure, it's very likely they're going to go on strike again. I wonder what happens there, how well they negotiate schedules, contracts, whatever.
Yeah, they're going to use the challenge system at the All-Star game to test it out on a higher scale.
And as a coach watching baseball, and you have first and third with no outs, and you can't put the ball in the air to get a run in. I mean, come on.
That's the part that kills me. I think I love watching playoff baseball because the intensity, it just feels like every pitch does matter more. And you're right, Chris. The teams that end up winning usually are small ball, move the runners around, great pitching. It's just that stuff in the playoffs comes back.
This is why I stole home all the time, because I didn't want to put my faith in somebody at the plate.
Oh, Byron Buxton is going to be in the home run derby this year.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates is going to be in it. Cal Riley, who is literally every stat that Judge is leading, is right behind Judge. We have
That'll be fun.
Junior from the Rays.
Acuna. I think the guy
Acuna is it, and then the Nationals, James Wood. Some young studs.
Yeah, I like that. I like that list. That'll be fun.
I love the home run derby. I still do. I think it's so fun.
I like the fact that they don't have to wait for the ball to drop now. They can just keep pitching.
Yeah, because it's more entertaining. You'd have to took forever to watch.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Last name let's talk about before we end this thing is let's just check out the division winners right now, like who's leading, and if you want to change your predictions or not.
Nope.
What do we? Do you have it up right now?
I don't. For the life of me, I don't.
Buddy, who's in first right now?
Oh, I have it. I have it. You guys ready? Okay. So, AL East, obviously, the Blue Jays, the Yankees, Tampa Bay Rays.
I took the Orioles.
Yes. Ace, you took the Red Sox, who are 6 out, and I took the Yankees, who are 3 out. I'm sticking with the Yankees.
I Yankees would be in third place by today, and I missed it by 1 game.
Just speaking negativity all over our team that you love.
Negativity is the truth, man. I can't help it.
It's not the truth because they're in second place, actually. So it's not the truth. You lied.
I help that I can see the flaws of these teams.
So I took the Yankees.
I'm going to stick with the Red Sox. Who cares?
Who cares?
This is why I benched you in a playoff game in the first inning. I took you out from pitching in the first inning because my eyes saw what was going on.
We lost the game anyway. That was poor coaching.
Lack of hit. Too many runs in the first inning.
Listen, man, I'm all about pointing the flaws out of our team, but I don't think I've ever heard you cheer for the Yankees. And I'm just like, can I have some hope? Like, I'm sitting here like, oh, it's only 1-0. We still got 8 innings. My dad's like, game's over. We lost.
Faithfully check the score every day. Every day.
Man, I don't think in the past 3 years, I don't think I've ever heard a cheer.
You realize since June 15th, the Yankees are in last when it comes to freaking wins.
They're on a 3-game win streak right now. That's what matters.
The Colorado Rockies have more wins than them over that period of time.
Still a better team though. Wow. AL Central, I took the Detroit Tigers, and they are still in. No, I didn't. Darn it. I took the Royals.
I did.
Did I take the Twins?
No, you took the Guardians, actually, who are 15.5 back. I took the Royals, who they were so close for a while, and now they just are not.
They're in second.
American League West. I took the Astros.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah. Me and Ace took the Rangers, and they're 10 back because the Astros at the time were like in last place.
What's the pattern here? Dad's right again.
Wow.
Wait, hold up, NL. Maybe we can overtake you in the NL.
We all took the Phils, who are half a game in first place right now. So we're all doing good. We're not going to change our picks. We're just going to roll with what we got.
Correct.
We're going to check in every so often.
I took the Brewers, and they're only 2 games out.
Yeah. You know who took the Cubs? Me and Ace, baby.
That's right. I'm only 2 games behind you.
Me and Ace. NL West, I took the Dodgers. Me and Ace took the Dodgers. And Dad, you took the Padres. And the Padres are 5.5 back.
Still there. Still a chance.
Look who was right again. Ty and Ace.
Still a chance.
How many? 5.5 back. Yeah. I like that.
We're doing good, though.
Dodgers lost 6 in a row, so the Padres are coming.
It's like it almost seemed we almost should have said you can't pick the Dodgers. I mean, we probably all would have picked the Padres or the Giants anyways.
The Dodgers with their $1 billion salary.
Brian Cashman just came out and said that they were looking for upgrades in the infield and in the bullpen and in the rotation because obviously Clark Schmidt he's getting Tommy John, which sucks because Clark Schmidt and Will Warren have been two good young studs for us.
When Brian Cashman comes out and says Hank Steinbrenner is selling the team.
Listen, if we can get a good I honestly wouldn't even mind a veteran third baseman. I don't even know who's out there, but a good third baseman that could hit and a starter that's better than Stroman. You know what I mean? We don't need an ace, just someone that fills the hole. But DJ LeMahieu, like it was only a matter of time. Like he's just in an unfortunate situation where he's come back from so many injuries and he's okay. He's getting older. It's like we have these young guys and we're about to go trade for somebody probably. So it's like you got to cut him.
Dude,
move on from Brian Cashman too.
What about Arenado?
I wouldn't mind an Arenado this late in the season for
what's the stat?
For a cheap like maybe some cash or something. You know what I mean?
Get DJ then.
DJ's been injured 2 years in a row.
Okay, but he came off the injury thing and he took his batting average up to like 260 in like a week. I don't know what's Arenado doing. Nothing.
Arenado is
like 220 minimum.
He's got 10 home runs. He's batting 250, and he's got 41 RBIs.
And what position does he play? Is he DH or is he playing third base?
Third base.
He's like 37, 35 years old. He's old.
I'd take him.
Gosh, man. He's only like 32.
What's Wade Boggs, about 60 something? He could probably hit better than half the Yankees. He was a clutch hitter.
What about JD Martinez? Is he
go get like a Justin Turner who's playing very well.
He's like what, 72?
He's up there.
Max Muncy, maybe, you know.
I love just kind of guessing here. What about signing?
What about like an Alex Bregman, right? Someone that signs with a team and then Boston brings that will never happen because we're the Yankees.
And Bregman's been hurt. He hasn't been playing much. So no.
I don't really know what's out there as far as third base.
So I'll just bring up your minor leaguers and say, you know what? We're just gonna ride with you. It's time to see what these minor leaguers have.
Yeah, you did it with Judge and Tyler Austin, all those guys when you called them up, and it was good.
Daz over to second base though. That's his position.
Yeah, I mean, he was playing good at third base, but yeah, he's great. He's great. I like Jazz. Jazz is going to the All-Star game now because we have Max Fried, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm.
Yankees should have sold the farm for Devers. A lefty that hits home run after home run after home run in Yankee Stadium. I would have sold Mom for him.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's where we're going to end the podcast right there before he digs himself in a deeper hole.
Devers right there, Devers on the Yankees, man. We wouldn't be 3.5 games out, 3 games out. We would be in first place yet.
Does Chris Bryant still play?
I mean, could you imagine?
He's still injured, man.
He plays. I think he plays first base with Colorado.
Dude, he can't stay.
What about so you have Belly, Judge, then Devers, or I don't know where Belly bats, but
Belly. No, Judge has been batting second. So lately it's Dominguez who's playing great right now, and then you got Judge. They change it every game. They change it every game, you know. But throw Devers in there, and then I don't know, throw Jazz at 4. I don't know.
The Yankees have to get younger. They gotta get out of these bad contracts too. I know
they are getting younger though. I mean, look at Belly's younger, Jazz is younger, Judge is, Austin Wells is younger.
Goldschmidt's not younger.
Goldschmidt barely plays. He's the backup first baseman right now.
Well, he was the starting first baseman.
Ben Rice, there's another young guy. Ben Rice has been great for us. He's not a superstar yet, but he's only second year.
Until they put him at catcher and he misses a pass ball and we lose the game.
I don't really know why that was a thing though, because both our catchers were there. Something must have happened where they both played or something. One pitch ran or something. I don't know.
Bring back Joe Girardi. He knows how to get it done.
Listen, man, I think the Yankees are fine. It's baseball. You're going to go through some rough patches. Every team goes through it. And I think that the Yankees have the right pieces. I think we got some good young guys down there that they can bring that kid up. I think he's a shortstop or third baseman. Put him up there. See what he's got. He's probably batting better than Peraza.
I just think I've been rooting for these teams for like 40 plus years. Time for a change.
I don't think you've been rooting for the Yankees the past 5 years. Let's be honest.
I've been rooting for the Yankees since I was like out of diapers. Greg Nettles was the third baseman.
Yeah. Since before we were born, Ty.
Shortstop. Playing outfield. Oh man, don't tell me.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Past 5 years, biggest Yankee right here.
That's all right. Because what have they done?
Went to the World Series.
Okay.
Ace hasn't been to a playoff game in how many years?
The Yankees usually knock them out.
Yeah, that's our arch nemesis in the playoffs. We can beat anybody else, but
yeah.
Well, we hope you all enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to support our local podcast sponsor, 3 Natives, down there on Royal Palm Beach. You can get 10% off if you use our code for
Smacking Seeds.
Smacking Seeds. Thank you so much. Lost it there for a second. Our code is in the bio of our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter profile. And yeah, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next time on the Everything Goes podcast.